So this person asks, they said, you know, I know that you keep your personal life very private. I respect that. Would you ever consider making pre-recorded content outside? For example, DSP tries it. That's not live. Here's the thing. I have the equipment to do it. I actually got it back around Christmas time to show you. It's still sitting right next to me. Recording stick. You know, it used to be called selfie stick, but now so many people do these videos with their phones and everything that it's not even called a selfie stick anymore. So basically, you can use it to just, you know, record yourself, or you can flip it, have the camera flip and record in front of you. You can angle it, see it angles, and it even has a remote, so you can actually start and stop recording remotely. But it's not just a stick to hold your phone, it's also a tripod. So let's say you go to a restaurant and you're going to eat a meal, you can actually put it down in front of you, have your camera mounted on it, and have it be recording you. And you can use the remote to start and stop recording as you're eating the meal, so you actually have footage of you tasting the meal and reviewing it live and stuff like that. Okay? Or if you're just doing something, maybe you're interviewing someone, right? I even bought the Rode mics that are the wireless mics that sync with your phone. I have all the equipment if I want to do that style of content. And the truth is that I would probably like to start doing that style of content eventually. If I were to do it, no one would know about it. And what I mean by that is I'd be smart about it. I wouldn't announce it. I wouldn't tell anyone I'm going to make it. All right? I would just do it, you know, on my day off or behind the scenes or whatever. And then I would just present it to you as an on-demand video to watch. It would not be a live stream thing. I would never do IRL live streaming. I am smarter than that. It just causes problems. It just makes people try to harass you. You know, the moment that I did IRL streaming, immediately people would find out where I am and start calling the police and do messed up stuff. I'm not dumb. Would I consider doing this kind of stuff? Yes. But it has to get to a point where basically I have the opportunity to do it. Like, for example, this year, there's been a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. In addition, we've been doing a lot of stuff that we've been trying to update the house and stuff. So it's like, if I had nothing to do, then maybe I would say, oh, on a day off, my wife and I will go out and we'll go on a walking tour of something and we'll record it. And then I'll upload it as a video and do it as a test and see if people like the video, right? Or maybe we would go somewhere we don't usually go, do a walking tour, and then actually go to a restaurant and do an IRL review. And we can get a few videos out of it for a variety of content, right? But here's the truth. We've been super busy cleaning out the house. Then we went furniture shopping. Now we're actually trying to get a room set up in the house. After that, we're going to start working on a home gym. So we're busy. We're doing stuff. You know what I mean? Like, we already have personal stuff going on. I would consider doing it for sure. And I think that it would be interesting content. But I just haven't had opportunity to really work on it yet. You know, I only usually have one day off a week. And when I do, half of that day is errands that already are established. Like, oh, I got to go grocery shopping and doing this and doing that, and any appointments and everything I have to try to cram in. So I would love to try to do this stuff when I get time. And the problem for now is time. Like, I've been saying this more and more. Time is literally the most important asset as you get older, because you find yourself getting pulled into so many different directions and so many things you're responsible for, and so many, you know what I mean? If I had more time, I'd be doing double the content. No exaggeration. I'd be doing that kind of content. I'd be streaming more games. I'd be doing other things. I don't have the time. I'm one person. So I do the best with the time that I have, right? How far are we into house renovations? So, like I said, we have several rooms that basically were not being used and were cluttered up, all right? Much earlier this year, we had a haul away. What that means is a group of people came in here with a giant truck, and we had them haul away a ridiculous amount of junk out of the house that we don't need anymore. It was including old furniture, just clutter, trash, you know, junk. And so when they did that, they literally cleared out 3 rooms. The room across the hallway from me, which is a spare bedroom. The nook, which is the giant kind of storage area / almost like office / exercise room, whatever you want to call it, because this is a giant empty room that's off of our master bedroom, and our garage. So the first thing we did is we cleaned out the garage a bit. We didn't get to fully clean it because it was too cold. Now it's getting warmer, and we want to power wash the garage from top to bottom and see what we can do with it. The problem is the garage is not insulated, so therefore in the summer it's insanely hot, and in the winter it's very cold. So it's not like we could do that much with it, but we talked about using the space for various different things. We want to use the other 2 rooms that I just talked about for various purposes. The room across the hall has sat there unused for over a decade. Like, it just sits there. So we actually are redoing that room. We actually bought some furniture for it that's already been delivered, and we're setting it up basically to be a room that's a usable room for relaxation, for just, you know, whatever. So that's what we're working on right now. we're actually in the process of that. We have certain things arriving. We have things being set up. So that's what we're working on right now. Then when that's finally done, which I don't know how long that's going to take, then we're going to work on the other area, which is probably going to become our exercise room, where I'm going to try to get an exercise machine. I'm going to figure out how to set it up so that we can work out and basically do it easily. Because right now, all I have is a crappy weight bench and 2 dumbbells, which I've already maxed out the weight on. So all I can just do is more exercises with that amount of weight. And I'm very limited with what I can do. I want a bench where I could do more exercises. I could work out more muscle groups. I could do it with more weight. It's safer rather than me using free weights. It's a safe environment where I can't hurt myself on this machine. All right, that's the kind of stuff that we're working on right now. And some people say dumb stuff like, well, why aren't you completely renovating your kitchen? And why aren't you completely redoing your bathroom? Because that's expensive. To redo a kitchen is probably tens of thousands of dollars. To redo a bathroom, probably the same, because we'd have to tear out a shower that's all messed up and everything. That stuff's for further down the line. If interest rates drop, right? If my credit goes up, which it should, because now I'm 6 years removed from a bankruptcy. Another 7, if you wait 7 to 10 years, your credit gets better after bankruptcy. So I'm right on the cusp of that happening, that I could possibly do something with my home equity or something. I could maybe start renovating parts of the house that are screwed up, but I'd be dumb to do it now. Yeah, so that's basically what's going on. We're doing it piece by piece, step by step. The clean out was part 1. Now it's slowly making each room usable, okay? And that's what we're doing right now. It's a slow process, but that's what I mean. Like, if we weren't doing any of that, then probably on my days off, I'd be like, oh, let's go out and do stuff, but we're busy. Like, every day's like, oh, we're out, we're furniture shopping. Okay, now today we're building something for the room. Now we're cleaning, now we're decorating, now we're doing this. It's all my time. It's all taken, And it gets stressful, it gets tiring. Like, I just had 2 days off, and they were great days off, don't get me wrong. But man, they were tiring days. They had a lot going on, a lot of stressful stuff.